The cutest Pokemon. Since their appearance, many Pokemon stole the hearts of the series and video games fans because of their cute characteristics. Here, we'll show you the first part of a compilation with the cutest and most loved Pokemon. Pikachu. We can't talk about a list of the cutest Pokemon without mentioning Ash's best friend. Its adorable look was the reason many fans started following the series. A little yellow creature with big eyes. One of its cutest characteristics are its long ears and little body. To design this character, the creators got inspired by a bunny called American Pika, which they added up long ears and a thunder-shaped tail to represent electricity. Pika Pika is a word that represents the sound of electricity in Japan, and Choo Choo is a Japanese word used to imitate the mice sound. After all, the Team Rocket wasn't wrong when describing this Pokemon as a rat. Besides its ears, another cute aspect is that it has red cheeks. But don't let its appearance fool you, because Pikachu accumulates electricity, and when it feels threatened, it gives strong electric shocks. Don't mess with it. Togepi. It was the first baby Pokemon in the whole series, and also the second most mysterious, because it was introducing us the second generation of Pokemon. The first one was Ho-Oh, who appeared in the first chapter. That's why it's part of the advanced Pokemon, which means Pokemon who appear seasons before others of its region. Its name comes from the Japanese word toge, which means spines, and pi, which means little. This baby chooses its trainer when getting out of the egg and never goes away. In the wild, they live in small groups and take a lot of care of the eggs laid by the Togetic or the Togekiss and their following evolutions. It's cute as a baby and a little bit weepy. It gets into the egg when sleeping. However, in Pokemon, the appearances lie, and Togepi is an incredibly strong creature with incredible techniques. Skitty. This time we get out of Kanto and travel to Hoenn, inhabited by Skitty, a third-generation normal-type Pokemon. Its Japanese name is Eneko, which comes from the word neko, which means cat, which is obvious because Skitty looks like a refined feline, in difference of Meowth or Persian, which look like a street cat. It's friendly and playful because it can stop moving things from places to other. Sometimes it follows its tail so much it ends up dizzy. A naughty boy. It's one of the most famous Pokemon of its generation because May used it a lot in contests, which means that this wasn't only a cute, but strong Pokemon. In battle, it used all its charm to make its rivals fall in love with it, and if this didn't work, it had strong attacks like Iron Tail. Vulpix. Vulpix is a fire-type Pokemon from the first generation. Its name comes from the Latin word vulpes, which means fox. In Japanese, it's called rokon, a mixture between kokon, the onomatopoeia for the fox's sound, and roku, which means 6, referring to its 6 tails. As its name indicates, the creators were inspired by the red fox and were originally calling it Firefox. It's a cute Pokemon who realizes of its aspect, so it acts with loftiness. Even its eggs are interesting because they have 6 tails painted in them. Vulpix has an eternal flame in the body, and in fact, sometimes it ejects it because it can't stand it, although it can stand temperatures of 662 degrees Fahrenheit. Because of the loyalty to their owners, they are good as pets, but it doesn't take away from the fact that they're ferocious fighters. Pachirisu is an electric Pokemon from the 4th generation. Its name comes from the Japanese word pachi pachi, which means sizzling, and they named it Risu, which means squirrel, because it looks a lot like this animal. It has a cute tail similar to this little creature with 3 ends. Its behavior is similar to a dog because it loves following its tail and it wraps around with it while sleeping. Many trainers from the Sinnoh region prefer Pachirisu because they are beautiful and powerful. As their electric parents, such as Emolga, they have high-voltage circles in their cheeks. In fact, when they see their food in risk, they're able to defend them with electric shocks. So, even if it looks really cute, it's better if you stay far away from any Pachirisu. It's pretty quick, fast enough to surpass Pikachu, although it spends a lot of energy. It's one of the hardest Pokemon to train. In the anime, Dawn had problems training her Pachirisu, so she let it free. It crossed paths with the Team Rocket in its way to its trainer. Minccino. At this moment, it's obvious that rodents are beautiful animals for the Pokemon's creators. Mincino looks like a teddy bear because of the hairs on its forehead, ears, neck, and tail. Its name in the Japanese version is Chillarmy, which is a mixture between Charming and Chinchilla, a South American rodent that looks a lot like it, even the gray color of its fur. It's a thief Pokemon. It steals stuff from travelers in its wild state to clean and keep them. It can't stand dirt and uses its tail to clean everything. It's a strong Pokemon, and it can make its opponents fall in love, who become so weak they can't attack. It can even tickle them with its fur. When things get real, it hits with its tail. Another technique is called Hyper Voice, which consists in rolling its ears up to accumulate energy and then releasing it as a hyper beam with the mouth. Piplup. It's a water-type Pokemon from the 4th generation, and one of the initial ones in the Sinnoh region next to Chimchar and Turtwig. Its Japanese name is Pochama, a mixture between Pacha Pacha, which means splash in that tongue, and Bachama, which means child. Piplup looks like a baby emperor penguin, although its blue coloration was inspired by the little blue penguin, which has this coloration plumage. It lives in groups with other Piplup, Prinplups directed by an Empoleon. They learn to swim a little time after they're born. In fact, they're way agile in water than on Earth. On the ground, they're generally sloppy and tend to fall, which makes them look really cute and unprotected, but that's way far from the truth. They have a lot of pride. They stand up, take their chests out, and act like nothing happened. It also prevents them from being fed by any human but their trainers. Maybe it's because of the breeding they had with the queen of the colonies, who had a strong character. However, this is an adorable attitude for them. In general, they are narcissists, playful, and that's why Dawn's Piplup became involuntarily targeted by the attacks of Ash's Gibble. Shinx. This is another cute cat from this list. We're talking about this electric-type Pokemon from the 4th generation. Its name comes from the word lynx and sphinx, although it's definitely cuter than this. Its Japanese name is Kalink, which means kid, and link comes from the lynx. Although more than a little lynx, Shinx looks like a baby lion. It's extremely cute. It has a big lock of hair in the head and a star-shaped tail, blue and black fur that shines when it feels threatened, which allows it to stun its enemies to escape or attack them. Its beauty and competitive personality are the reasons why a lot of trainers want it in their groups. They like water and have really good nocturnal vision. That's why they work with the police in Sinnoh. Chespin. It's a grass-type Pokemon from the 6th generation, and one of the 3 starters that can be picked by the new trainers from Kalos region next to Fennekin and Froakie. Its name is Harimaron in the Japanese version of the anime. This word is a combination of haru, needle in Japanese, and the French word marron, which means chestnut, which makes a lot of sense because the 3 tips in the head make it look like one of these fruits. People say that these 3 tips make this Pokemon look like a hedgehog, but, in fact, this creature looks like a squirrel. Its tips are soft, but get stronger while acquiring power, enough to attack enemies and cut rocks. Chespin has other abilities from a grass-type Pokemon, like Vine Whip and Solar Beam. Because of its friendly behavior, it looks like a brave, unstable, and really hungry Pokemon. Pancham. It's a fighting-type Pokemon from the 6th generation. It's inspired by a baby panda, and come on, isn't it a cute bear? Its name is a mixture between Panda and Champion. It wouldn't be the only Pokemon whose name has the word Cham. There's also Machamp and Hitmonchan. It has an adorable behavior. It always looks sure of itself and carries a leaf in its mouth like a bad guy. When it's in front of its opponents, it seeks to intimidate them with a strong look, which never works because of how cute it looks. Also, it's kind with humans. All these reasons counted, so, in this anime, Serena put a lot of effort capturing with its Fennekin's help to use it in presentations. Also, it uses the classic fighting attacks and can use Dual Chop, a dragon-type attack, and Ice Punch. If this list was filled with cuteness, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you don't miss any of the second part of this Pokemon adventure. The story will continue.